So welcome to the Intro to Polynomials for Math 9. We're going to go through this unit and this intro as a way to familiarize ourselves with the vocabulary, as this is just another way to learn another language when we're in math. So we're going to go through this vocabulary pretty quick, but to make sure we have a detailed explanation of everything that's happening. So a polynomial is an expression made up of one or the sum of terms. This means we know that sum is just another way to say addition, or we can even say a combination. I'll explain a little more as we go on. This is just a little setup. So polynomials must have positive exponents. There are no negative exponents, decimals, fractions, or square roots. But when we think of those, we want to think of each in terms of a letter or a variable. So something that can't happen, the square root of x, 1 over x, pi, x to the negative 7. Those are not ways that we can write into our equations or our expressions in this case until we move a little further on in senior math. But we can separate the variables because we know that variables are just letters or symbols. It's usually x or y or a or b or even ab. Remember from the exponents unit, ab just means a times b. What we wouldn't use is s or t or I. And in this case, we wouldn't use them because it doesn't make sense for us to. They look too much like addition or numbers. A term is a single number or variable, or they're combined and multiplied together, such as AB here or A here. Those are just some examples that are being multiplied. So if we look into this, we're going to go into writing it out now. Polynomials with one term are called monomials. And an example of that would be 2y. I have one piece of puzzle because mono, that means one. Moving forward, two terms are called binomials. They're called binomials because it's like a bicycle. And an example of that would be 2y plus 3. Notice how I have two pieces now that are being separated by an addition sign. I'm going to also write out a subtraction sign. So if bi means bicycle, I know that tri would be tricycle. I almost wrote tricycle. Trinomial. It has three pieces. I'll write 2y squared minus 3y plus 5. This case, I have three terms. And it has three pieces. A constant term is something that stays the same. That's just a fancy way of saying something like this. It's just this. That is the thing that will stay the same because nothing's going to change what that looks like. And finally, two more things. The coefficient is the number in front of the variable, which means they are multiplied together. So example, 5x, this would be the coefficient would be 5 because that's the number in front. And the degree of the polynomial is the highest number exponent. So if we have x squared plus x. I know this is a 1. My highest exponent is 2. So that means the degree of a polynomial would be 2. All right, so your job is to take that information and fill out these 5 blanks here using the information that you just taught. Okay, see you in the next session.